बसेरा। ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
अंतर मन में एक सितारा जगमग जगमग चमके, परम ज्योति से भर कर किरणें सारे जग में दमके। अंतर मन में एक सितारा जगमग जगमग चमके, परम ज्योति से भर कर किरणें सारे जग में दमके। बेहद प्यारा मूल वतन वो याद आए रह रह के। अंतर मन में एक सितारा जगमग जगमग चमके। अनुशासन। देह से न्यारे बिंदु रूप है, मस्तक है सिंहासन। कर्म इंद्रियों पे राज चलाता, करता है अनुशासन। जन्म जन्म का भाग्य बनाता, स्वधर्म में रह के। अंतर मन में एक सितारा, जगमग जगमग चमके। परम ज्योति से भर कर किरणें सारे जग में दमके। जगमग जगमग चमके, जगमग जगमग चमके।
Om Shanti. Today Bab Dada, he tells us the preparations required for us to go to that new world. So Baba says, sweet children, when it's your wish to go to that new world, so you should forget the things of this old world, of the things which belongs to others, that's of the foreign land, because just bring the scenes of that new world in front of your mind. It's about just we will be reaching there in some time. So all the scholars or the gurus, saints who just said that there is another 40,000 years left for the Iron Age to be finished, and whereas Baba says the new dawn is just about to come, just open the third eye of the knowledge and just prepare yourself to go to that new world. And it's very essential to become karma yogis, and while performing actions also it's very important to stay in remembrance of the Father, because you draw all the powers only in the remembrance of Baba, and then you will conquer Maya. So let's listen to Baba's Murli, and it's today's date is 22nd July. And the essence, sweet children, you now have to go to a new world. These days of sorrow are coming to an end, because nothing will be permanent, because Baba says forget the old things of the past, because whatever is past, this term is in Hindi, that is bhutkal, which means the past. So Baba says, if we just hold on to the parts that is the rubbish or the spoiled things, we will disturb our mind. That's why you should forget. Question: what should your karma yogi children constantly practice? Baba says, what practice should be done constantly? Answer: one moment you are in this body for its livelihood, and the next moment you should become soul conscious. Because we have this firm nature of becoming body conscious since 63 births, that is to have the consciousness of the body or to be influenced by this body. So Baba says you have to adopt your costume only when it's your turn to do the task, otherwise you should be detached. So therefore practice. So Baba says you can't do anything without having some awareness of your body. Therefore practice doing everything without any awareness of your body and be soul conscious. No one in the world other than you children can practice this. Because no one knows what's called the soul conscious stage. So the practice of being in that bodiless stage can be done by you children, because Baba comes at this time and he enables us to this practice. The song, awaken O brides, awaken, the new age is about to come. The Shiv bridegroom, he has come, he is awakening the brides. Children, the new age is come. Just wake up from the ignorance or the darkness of those illusions. Om Shanti. The spiritual father says that you sweetest spirits, which means you children heard the song. So Baba says this is the song of knowledge and this song is very good, and you souls have now awakened and you know the secrets of the drama. You have also seen the show of the path of devotion, because when we are awakened then we know all the things, because we have seen the sorrow on the path of devotion. Whatever happened in the past, it's in your intellects. You know the history of your past 84 births, and the Father has told you the story of your 84 births. These are new things for a new world. Everyone enjoys listening to the stories. That's why Baba also gives the knowledge in the form of a story of 84 births. You listen to new things from the Father. He gives you children patience, because he's the eternal surgeon, because a doctor always gives that patience to the doctor, and he just gives that hope that nothing will happen, you will be okay. And Baba also sits here and gives that patience. Children, don't worry, the new world is just one step away. And he says, children, now you have to go to a new world and forget the old things. All of those Vedas and scriptures that are the paraphernalia of the path of devotion are to be destroyed. And there are no signs of the path of devotion there. There, you receive the fruit of devotion. Baba says you don't find the signs of the path of devotion on the path of knowledge. Of course, in the golden age, we don't find the signs of the path of knowledge, but we receive the reward of the effort that we made at this time. The Father comes and gives to devotees the fruit. And children, you now know how the Father comes and he gives you the fruit of devotion. Those who have performed more devotion would definitely receive more fruit. They would also make more effort with this knowledge. And what's the sign of the one who does a lot of devotion, how does he receive the fruit of that? Those who make a lot of effort about this knowledge, it's understood that such souls have made a lot of devotion. So you know that you will claim a high status. So Baba says they are the ones who will definitely go faster in the knowledge, for then they can claim a status as high as the Lakshmi and Narayan. You are now making effort in this knowledge and yoga. Remain soul conscious, but you have to remain aware of being in a body. So Baba says you have to perform this exercise, that is adopting the body as and when required, and the moment we don't have anything to do with this body, then we have to go beyond and stay in the soul conscious stage. While doing everything, remember the Father. We can't perform actions without bodies. It's right that you have to remember Baba. Of course, you have to consider yourselves to be souls. So Baba says, nothing will be achieved by forgetting your body, because you still have to perform actions. There is a lot of pleasure in remembering the Father. And you have to remember the Father while sitting and standing and moving around. So Baba says, sometimes we children have this tendency of not doing anything and just focus in yoga. We will not do any of the activities. So Baba says if that shouldn't be the case, because you have to perform actions for your livelihood. It's about what's in your awareness while doing that. So you have to remember the Father while sitting, standing, moving around, but nevertheless your stomach does need food. Just remain soul conscious. No one apart from you children is soul conscious at present. And although they may consider themselves to be souls, they don't have God's introduction. Although they may understand that souls are imperishable and bodies are perishable, and their sins will not be absolved by understanding that. And it is said, charitable soul, impure soul. And Baba says, you will become a charitable soul, and that happens only when you are in soul conscious stage, and obviously your attention goes to Baba. I am a soul and this is my body. It's a common thing. The main thing that Father explains is remember me. You have to be aware of your body for the livelihood of your body. The body has to be fed. What does a soul do without this? So Baba says both are important, because the driver is very powerful, that is the soul is powerful, but if the soul doesn't have a body, the soul cannot express his qualities. At the same time, the body also cannot be run without the soul. So you can't do anything without a body. You have been doing something for the livelihood of your body in every birth. While doing everything, you have to remember your beloved. No one fully knows that beloved. So Baba says, once you realize what do you get, then only you can remember. No one else can explain that we are to receive the inheritance from the beloved, from the Father, and our sins will be absolved by having remembrance of Him. You children are listening to new things. You know that we have found the path to go home, because we were stumbling all around just to return home. Now Baba has come and shown us the path. You will return home, then go to your kingdom. Baba is building a new home, so you definitely have the desire to go and stay in it. And we now have found the path that no one else knows. No matter how many sacrificial fires, a physical father just builds a new home, that's the limited thing, and whereas our Baba just creates that unlimited new world. So we must obviously have. So Baba says, no matter how many sacrificial fires they create and tapasya they do, how much they beat their heads, they can't attain salvation. They can't go from this world to that world. This too has to be understood. In the scriptures they have written the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years, and that's why the intellects of people don't at all work. And what does the intellect work? And who remembers such old things? You can understand very clearly that it was only yesterday when Bharat was heaven that we belonged to the original eternal deity religion. Baba says the entire Brahma is based between yesterday, today and tomorrow. It was just yesterday when Bharat was heaven, and we belonged to the original eternal deity religion. The deity religion was the one that gave a lot of happiness. No one else can attain the happiness of Bharat. Those of other religions can't go to heaven. Don't think that we receive happiness for half of the time, then another half is for experiencing sorrow. Baba says, no, you children experience happiness for the three-fourth quarter of the entire cycle. Baba says, what comfort, what luxuries you even have, even in the copper age, because the kings and queens have more than enough at that time even. So as the time passes, then we experience sorrow for a very short duration, because we don't have the habit of experiencing sorrow. That's why we feel very we start feeling something very big, even though something small happens. So Baba says those of other religions can't go to heaven, no matter how much they try, because Baba says no one else can attain the happiness of Bharat, and Bharat was that land. Those of other religions can't go there, and only the souls of the deity religion have that role to play. And no matter how much they try, no one else can have the happiness that you have. Even though they spend money, they can't find the happiness that exists in heaven. Of course, suppose we are very wealthy and we consider ourselves to be in heaven. So Baba says, wealth will not give you the happiness. Of course, you should have that health, you should have that healthy relationships. Then only the soul experiences happiness. Baba says someone has wealth, someone doesn't have health. Someone may have health, and someone at the same time, the one will not have wealth. One or other thorn just pricks everyone in this world. So Baba says, you have got the third eye, and you have been awakened so much. You know the history and geography of the whole world. Baba says, you know the history and geography because you have the third eye. The Baba is the knower of all the secrets. Doesn't mean that he knows what's in the heart of everyone. Who is this one? How much does he explain? To what extent does this one remain pure? To what extent does he remember Baba? Why should I sit and think such things about everyone? I just show you. Sometimes we don't give charts. We say Baba knows everything. So Baba says, do I sit only for this purpose? So Baba says, I just show you souls the path, and you have to remember your Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. Keep this world cycle in your intellects. You definitely do have to become soul conscious. It was because you became body conscious, then you became degraded in that way. You now have to remember the Father. While living at home, just become a lotus flower. You have to just live a lotus life while living at home, and you have to become the spinners of the discus of self-realization. So we know our signs, that is Vishnu, and the deities don't have ornaments like conch shell, etc. You Brahmins have the conch shell of this knowledge. So Baba says it's actually you Brahmins who blow the conch shell, because when Baba comes, he gives us the knowledge. We just leave our ornaments. Sometimes we just drop the lotus flower, that is the stage of being detached and loving. Sometimes we just lose the discourse. So that's why Baba says all these ornaments are yours. When 6 blow a conch shell, they make a very loud noise. When you give this knowledge to a big gathering, you use loudspeakers. You don't need to put up a loudspeaker here. Would a teacher teach using a loudspeaker? Here, you simply have to remember Shiv Baba so that your sins are absolved. Because during Sakar Baba's time, a gathering was very... there were not many people at that time. Approximately 20 to 25 would be there. So that's why Baba says, you just have to remember Shiv Baba so that your sins are absolved. And I am the Almighty Authority. You use loudspeakers so that people from distance can also hear. They will be useful as you make further progress. Baba says, of course, everything is being used now. You have to tell them the death is just ahead and everything now has to I think that it's no more required even to tell anything, because everything is just in front of us. It's happening because the new world is just it's just in front of us, because they are very upset because they don't know what will happen when they die. So the Mahabharat war is just in front of you. It's written in the Gita too. The Mahabharat war took place and the destruction took place. Acha, what happened then? Even the Pandavas melted away. So the father explains, if they had to die, then what was the need to get into a war? But you think what and all stories were cooked up. The father explains, if the destruction were to take place first, even the land of Bharat would become empty. Bharat is an imperishable land. If everything gets destroyed, then how can you say this land is imperishable? That will not work out like that. So Baba says it can never become empty since it's an imperishable land. You now know. That's why the advanced party goes. You now know that total annihilation never takes place, and Baba is imperishable and his birthplace is also imperishable. Just look at the fortune of this land. Because Baba comes on this land, and because Baba is imperishable, the land that land which becomes the birthplace of God, that's also is imperishable. You children should remain happy. Baba is the bestower of salvation for all, the one who gives peace and happiness. And anyone who comes here says that he or she wants peace. Why do you souls remember peace so much? The land of peace is the home of souls. Who wouldn't remember his home? If someone dies abroad, so the soul's nature is peace, and the soul's residence is the land of peace. Everyone remembers peace and everyone wishes to go to that land. So who wouldn't remember their home? If someone dies abroad, everyone remembers, but they don't make the arrangements of going there. So if someone dies abroad, they wish to take that person's body back to the place of birth. If everyone were to know the Bharat is the birthplace of Shiv Baba, who is the bestower of salvation for all, the one who liberates you from sorrow, that is the birthplace of Shiv Baba, they would get a lot of respect. They would come and offer flowers to Shiv alone. Now they offer flowers to so many. How much they worship, how many deities are being worshipped, how many deities, idols are created, that is 33 crore. First of all, the one who gives peace and happiness to everyone, such one should be worshipped, because Bharat is the greatest pilgrimage place, because that is the birthplace and that is the place where God carried his task. So they have completely lost all the name and trace of the one who gave happiness and peace to everyone. Only those who know the Father very well make effort to claim the inheritance. Sri Krishna's name is there in Gita, and Baba says, my name itself is remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. What would he do after liberating you from sorrow? So I liberate you from sorrow, then what else do I do? So of course I take you to the land of happiness. So you know that for you remain in peace in the land of peace, and there is happiness in the land of happiness. The land of peace is separate from the land of happiness, and this is a land of sorrow. People of the world just assume that there is only heaven is up above and there is hell on earth or beneath the earth. So Baba says both heaven and hell takes place on one single land. So at this time everyone has nothing but sorrow, and you now know you are going into such deep happiness that there will not be any type of sorrow for 21 births. Baba says people will be ignorant of this term, that is sorrow, there in the golden age. The very name is the land of happiness. It's such a sweet name. And Father says, I don't give you any difficulty, because I know, children, you have stumbled around. You have just had to go through a very difficult path. So Baba tells, I don't give you any difficulty. Just remember the Father and inheritance. Consider yourselves to be souls. Baba is teaching you this knowledge. And in the golden age, Baba is teaching, in the golden age, you have the knowledge that you are souls and you have to shed your bodies and take another birth. This is called soul conscious. This is the deities, of course, they are very well aware of the moment that they had to shed their body and when they have to take the new costume. That's why they don't experience sorrow, because of being soul conscious. So how much scene they create here, because there is a lot of attachment in bodies. That's why heaven is called the land of immortality, because everything happens at that perfect moment. So this is the spiritual knowledge no one can give. So the spiritual father comes and gives the knowledge to you souls, and Baba comes and gives it to you every 5,000 years. People are in total darkness. You have now received light and have awakened. You have awakened from the sleep of ignorance. So when it's the daytime, because when it's the early morning time, then people just wake up. So Baba says, when you just look at the sun of knowledge, you awaken yourselves. And the one father is the bridegroom of all the brides. And the father says, I am your father, your bridegroom, and the gurus of all gurus. I am the supreme teacher. Only the Satguru is the bestower of salvation for all the gurus. Baba says, just forge that relationship which you always like. And he says, children, Baba is the true Satguru. He says, children, I grant everyone salvation. After liberation, there is salvation. And Father has explained, the soul of each one has to return home. Baba says he grants salvation to every soul according to their own time. So you just experience, you become Sato Pradhan, and so they experience liberation in life when there is the Sato quality of when they enter the world to play their roles at copper age. That's the time of the Rajo quality. So Baba says the souls have to go through the quality of Sato Pradhan, Sato Rajo Tamu. Some people have very small parts, they just come and go, they just take and die like mosquitoes. So the max number of births is 84 and the minimum is 1. So Baba says even they come from up above. So after the Father has come, also think about the souls who are coming now. So Baba says they just take birth and die like mosquitoes. You find a swarm of mosquitoes at night, and just if you take a look in the morning, they all die. So few souls have got this role to just come and go. Some souls just say they just like to be peaceful because they stay in the land of peace for a long period of time. Such souls don't claim the inheritance from the Father. The inheritance of purity, peace and happiness is received from the Father. So Baba says such souls can't even claim. The Father explains to you souls. The Father is incorporeal. He comes and explains through this one's mouth. So Baba comes and reminds us. Baba comes and speaks to souls. Baba doesn't speak with the bodies. Baba comes and speaks and explains to you souls through this one's mouth. So they build temples to Shiv Baba at places which are quite high up. They go so high up on pilgrimages and gatherings. Is there any nectar of this knowledge for them to drink up there? They spend so much money. Even the government has to arrange so many facilities for them. What do they get? They consider that to be the pilgrimage place. If the deity or they just consider the water given at those pilgrimage places to be the nectar. But Baba says that that's not the nectar of the knowledge. So without knowledge, salvation will not take place. So government even has to arrange many facilities for them. There is difficulty even in that. How could you take small children on the pilgrimage there? They leave their children to be looked after by someone. They don't take them along. What does Baba wish to explain? They go on pilgrimage for 2 to 3 months. When you come here, you have to sit, listen and study. So little children will not listen to this. You have come here to study this knowledge and yoga. The Father sits here and gives you this knowledge. Therefore, there shouldn't be any noise, etc. Baba is explaining to us, when people visit pilgrimage places, children are left behind. So when you come here to study, to learn yoga, to take that knowledge, so if you get your children here, then your attention will be over your children. So that's why when you come to Madhuban, you shouldn't get your children here. Still we find many children. So you invest your time and energy in the taking care of those children, then where will you be able to imbibe knowledge? So whatever directions we receive, we must implement that. So Baba says, when we follow such discipline to just visit such physical pilgrimages, Baba says this is the great pilgrimage, that is Madhuban. So when you people come for Baba's Milan, at that time you have to be very careful. So Baba says, the Father sits and gives you this knowledge and there shouldn't be any noise. Otherwise your attention would be drawn to them. Here you have to sit quietly and listen with attention. Baba says, of course, a lot of silence is required for the study. Yoga is very easy. Continue to do whatever work you have to do, but your intellect should be connected in yoga there. You earn a very huge income by remembering Baba. You know you will become ever healthy. You have to speak to yourself. Stay in the remembrance of Baba while cooking food for yourself. Because we always have time to speak with others. But in Amrit Vela, we speak with Baba, but engage yourself in having a conversation with Baba. It's not about matter of speaking loudly. So Baba says you have to remember Baba while cooking food, while continuing to work with your hands. Just remember your Father. You will benefit, and by staying in your remembrance, whatever you cook will turn out very well. You are receiving the sovereignty of the world. You come here to become like Lakshmi or Narayan, because we always focus, right? So whoever consumes, they also get transformed. So those who don't listen to this knowledge, they just take Baba's prasad and their mind gets transformed. So Baba says, just feed your family people and you also consume. No one wishes to become a part of the moon dynasty. Everyone wishes to become a part of the Sun dynasty. You know that at this time your Mama and Baba are Saraswati and Brahma. In the next birth they will become Lakshmi and Narayan. You can't tell what anyone will be in the next birth. No one knows who Nehru became in their next birth. If someone has made very good donations, they would receive a birth in a very good family. You can understand everything. The names of these two are Adi Dev Brahma and Adi Devi Saraswati. They will then become the masters of heaven. Acha, their children are with them. They too say they will become the masters of heaven. This is certain. You also see them in the subtle region. Baba says their children also are with them. We all will be there. And they too say they will become the masters of heaven. That's certain. You also see them in the subtle region. There are many gatherings in the temples to goddesses. And there is just one Jagadamba. And the features of our images should be the same everywhere. Look at Mama. But their features are different. Otherwise, how can the path of devotion, how can there be the expansion then if they don't make different images, pictures? If there is only one feature of the deity, how can they stumble then? That's why Baba says, when there is one Jagadamba, there must be one picture of portraying all her qualities. Baba says different pictures are made just to make devotees stumble, and that it's also meant in the drama. These idols have the same features as you children have, and they are named Kumari and other Kumari. You know that you are the ones who become those. We are all Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. Even the couples say that you are Brahma Kumar or Kumaris, that they are the children of the one father, and that's your memorial. You give this knowledge and explain it. This is the Dilwala temple that has meaning, but you can explain this. Just go on, you will go and explain. You know that you are carrying out this establishment. You are making Bharat into heaven through Raj Yoga by following Srimad. Acha. We follow Srimad. It's not, we can't even create. Just like what Baba says, if we follow, then we'll be able to create heaven. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you spiritual children. And we spiritual children also offer love and remembrance and say good morning, namaste to the mother, father and Bap Dada. The essence for Dharana, the first one. Pay full attention to the knowledge and yoga. While listening to this knowledge, sit very quietly and concentrate. You have to become karma yogis. Second, show, Baba says. So when you are listening to Baba's versions or knowledge, you have to be very focused, and while performing actions, you have to include yoga. And the second, show everyone the path, that home that Father has shown you, together with the being the spinners of the disc of self-realization. Just blow the conch shell of this knowledge, because practicing the spinning the discus is for my self progress. So we have to always give the knowledge to others. Some spin the discus like this. I took 84 births. I just took 8 births, 12 births. What was the quality of the soul in those ages? What was their role? What was that that radiance or the powers of the soul? So Baba says it's more about to think about or churn the stage of the soul in different ages that will make us realize and conquer those vices, because this reminds us that we were completely viceless deities. That's why Baba says, together with being the spinners, always give the message of Baba to others. Don't limit up to yourself. Today's blessing is wonderful. May you remain beyond as a detached observer and become free from all attractions by being aware of 2 words, that is great and guest. We have to remember 2 things. I am a guest and I am great. So what benefits do you get when you consider yourself as a guest or great? That's its explanation is, in order to make your stage that of a detached observer, being beyond, pay attention to 2 things. I, the soul, I am a great soul. And second, because when I consider myself as great, I don't perform anything ordinary. Always we do such elevated things. The second, I, this soul, I am a guest in this old world and in this old body. By having this awareness, all your weaknesses, attractions of attachment will finish automatically. By understanding yourself to be great, any ordinary actions you perform, ordinary thoughts you have under the influence of your own sanskars will be transformed. By moving along while considering yourself to be great and a guest, you will become worthy of being praised. So we can't even create anything, any ordinary thought. It starts with that alphabet G. Slogan: with everyone's good wishes and the drops of cooperation, a big task becomes easy. So when we do any service, always everyone's cooperation is required. That is the mind, body, wealth. Any kind of cooperation, even if we don't have anything, if we have good wishes for the success of that event or for the service, that brings that success. So Baba says the cooperation that we give through good wishes also play a very important role. So today's Avyakt signal, the sign of your having a powerful mind is that you can reach wherever you want to in a second. When your mind, just like if you are physically fit and if you are strong, you can just go anywhere. And when your mind has learned how to fly and develops that practice, you should be able to reach wherever you wish in a second. The moment you are in a corporeal world, the next second you are in the Paramdham, and it's the speed of a second. Now increase this practice, and yes, Baba says that just like the rocket, the mind just reaches there. Baba says have this practice and your remembrance will it will become powerful. Baba says do this exercise. Just go to the incorporeal world, go to the subtle region, go to the new world. Then that's why Baba has made us the Lord of the three worlds, that is the corporeal world, subtle world, and the incorporeal world. Let's listen to the speciality of respected Didi Manmohini ji. What was just heard, you have to follow the four main principles: celibacy, good company, pure food and sattvic food, and the divine virtues. So we have to check ourselves. So we have to check to what extent have I followed these four disciplines. We just tell everyone, but it's more about to check ourselves. Purity is not just about one vice, it's about all the vices. Even if there is a trace of impurity in the mind, then that can't be considered as purity then. So those who are pure, they are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. So Baba says, even Baba takes us a step above that. It's not just limited to the celibacy. To what extent have I followed the footsteps of the Brahma? So to how are my actions, how are my words? Is there purity, the sparkle of purity in my thought, word, action? So that's very essential. It's very essential to pay attention at a very subtle level. So have I followed those disciplines? So we don't engage in actions, but let there not be any thought even. So always stay away and protect yourself from such companies. So if you are in a good company, elevated company, then obviously that protects you from all. It's not about the company of the ignorant people. It's not that. About those who are weak effort makers. If we just are in those who just wish for so those who have the tendency that everything just works out, it's okay, no problem. So Baba says Didi says never make such company, never even keep such company. Always be in the company of the intense effort makers, and you should always look at the one, and you should keep the one in your heart. Never listen to anyone else even. You should have one in your heart. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. The evening meditation from 6 to 8 is in conference hall. And tomorrow's Amrit Vela is in conference hall. from 21st to 24th July, there is this naturopathy training which is free of cost. Sant Vridaram Medical Center. That brother's name is Ramesh Devanji. Those who wish to take that treatment, the sessions are taken from 7 to 8 and evening 5:30 to 7 p.m. You can just go and visit. All the sisters and brothers who have come for the Raj Yog Shibir, you are requested to be at Global Auditorium before 4:30. There is this postpaid connection which is offered by Airtel, and you can either visit the account office which is on first floor of Lalit Brothers office, or the Babu brother of the telephone exchange. That is this blood donation camp which is going to be organized across everywhere. That of course it's very particular in northeastern states. So all the folders invitations are ready. And those who wish to take this folders, you can just go and visit the reception which is on second floor of Vishwa Parivartan Bhavan. Let's remember Baba for 2 minutes. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Prakash Muniji. From Amrit Vela till night, we should be such angels that through everyone's mind, words, actions, we continuously receive blessings. Likewise, our vision and attitude should be equally elevated and complete. Even if we were to leave the body tomorrow, it shouldn't be felt that we attain the stage of completion only at the end. However, our stage is already like of the Father even today. Om Shanti.